This is Another Gay Horror Pod with Stuart Ross and Jesse Tabbitt. We haven't seen each other in a while.
I'm so excited. We're recording. Usually we record on the weekends. We record in person. Well, more often than not, we record in person. But we're recording digitally.
Which is
you
fun.
got a new mic.
I got a new microphone. I wanted to try it out. I'm now just a gearhead. I guess I keep wanting to buy more microphones and I keep not needing to because there's literally we only have two mounts.
So we're just the next time we hop on camera, it's just you in a room full of microphones.
Me in a room full of mouths.
I love that. I need that image.
No, I think I'm done buying microphones for a while. I have one more in me, and then I'm calling it quits.
So is there one that you've been eyeing that you haven't pulled the trigger on?
Yeah, there's like a slightly better version of this one that I'm thinking about buying, but I would probably just return this because I like this, but I got a job sort of, so I actually have money to buy equipment, so I might as well do it now.
Maybe there's a world where we get the mic company to sponsor and then we get free mics.
Yeah, if you're listening, Audio Technica, I want to buy you. So call
Audio
me.
Technica, we would love for you to be a sponsor. Audio Technica, please.
I already have your turntable. It's what I play my records on. So I love a brand. I also like they're a good brand who make good things.
Yes.
So it's knowing that. So we haven't seen each other for 2 weeks.
I know,
which is crazy.
There's a lot that has happened in the last 2 weeks. Life updates, sweaty, filled with romance and heartbreak. Actually, not heartbreak. But
put together.
Heart put together.
Heartful.
Passion,
romance, divas.
You went to Folsom.
I went to Folsom. I was ass out in the streets of San Francisco for a whole Sunday afternoon. Just being a part of the community, just like getting back to my gay roots, just talking to people, wearing a harness, vibing in the streets of San Francisco, eating really good food, which is not something you think that would go hand in hand with being completely not naked. I was not naked in the streets of San Francisco, but I was close.
Was the food? Was it like food trucks in the street, or was this like separate?
No, it was like meals before and after. Like I wasn't eating there, but I ate well all weekend.
Great.
We go to San Francisco every year, so we kind of have our like favorite haunts that we like to go to, and we're both well-fed boys. So but yeah, it was good. We got to see all of our friends in San Francisco. I had a bunch of people take pictures of my Another Gay Horror Pod hat, which was exciting, but also maybe just them looking for an excuse to take a picture of me in my underwear. I don't know.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
If you found this podcast by taking a picture of me in my underwear and my hat, let me know.
I mean, it is your brand, so it's like it's a win-win. It's like a win-win.
I could have never predicted that in my mid-30s I would just not wear clothes. But here we are. And in a very unrelated, different journey, what have you been doing the last 2 weeks?
Unrelated but filled with passion.
Yes,
as I said earlier,
and leather.
Leather. I traveled. I mean, kind of. I traveled for fun. Similarly to you, however, my adventure
and work, because you were a bridesmaid.
I was a bridesmaid. Yes.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So, very heterosexual wedding. Actually, that's not true. Our friend Jessica, got married. I would peg her as a gay man in a straight woman's body.
Yes. Very much so.
So for the last couple of weeks, we've been sort of celebrating. We went to Vegas, which my first time, never been to Vegas before.
Yeah, Vegas is Vegas.
Gotta say, wow. I don't really gamble, but I did. Friend of the pod and I, Quinn, did go gambling one night. I did roulette, which was like fun, very fun. Could do it. Want to do it again. Did a very sort of like varied amount of slot machines, which gotta say,
I love a slot machine.
Do you?
I love a slot machine. So I like when I'm gambling, for me it's like I have $20. I go to a slot machine. I play it as long as that $20 exists. If I ever go above $20, I just walk away. Okay. And then I have my $20 for the next day. I'm not a big gambler, but a slot machine's my speed because I don't know rules.
Yeah.
Or like
also, there's so
how to do things.
There's so many different types of slot machines. Quinn, who's been to Vegas countless times, kind of had his favorites, and I was like, whoa. So we like went from his favorite to his favorite. It was great. And then so I was there for a weekend. That was the first night. The second night we went to Magic Mike Live, which was incredible. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're even remotely thinking about going, go. Yeah. So, I mean, the guys are hot. That's like one of the reasons to go. But the choreography and the dancing and the costume changes, everything was also, there's like a story arc. Everything was just so well executed. And
you were just there for the story arc.
I was there for the story arc.
Yeah. You were reading Playboy for the articles.
It was great. And they managed to make sure that everyone in the audience had time with like a dancer, like toward the end of the show, with a mic. Yeah, they like made like the dancers. There was maybe like 15 of them scattered, and like
that's a sort of lot.
Like, yeah. They covered every corner of the audience. It was great.
Yeah, they covered it.
Yeah, they did. It was great. And then on Sunday we kind of were like hungover, had breakfast, and I flew back. And then last weekend, or the second part of the straight journey, was the proper wedding, the ceremony. Yeah. I was maid of honor. Yeah. I gave a speech.
Were you honored?
I was honored. And I was very nervous to give my speech, but I think it went over pretty well. It was like really heartening and wonderful to see my friends get married, and they cried, or the bride did. Actually, maybe the groom did too. Tom, if you're listening and you cried, slide into our DMs and confirm.
Text I cried to 40404.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But it was great. The wedding was at Cantor's Deli, which is like a pretty iconic just deli in LA, and both the bride and the groom have like personal connections to the deli. And so there were 200 people there.
I was invited, but I couldn't go because I already had my Folsom hotel and airplane tickets, and I was like, I can't. I have to go be in my underwear in the streets.
Yeah. But if your underwear at the wedding, but it wouldn't.
If any of it had been refundable, I would have probably tried to go, but I don't buy refundables, so.
I understand.
Everything I saw from it looked so great. Patreon of the pod, Jess.
Shout out.
So I'm sad I missed it because I really like her. And I really like you, and I wanted to see your speech. Is there a video of it somewhere?
I don't know. I would like to think there is. I've seen several photos. I would imagine someone somewhere has a video. So we'll get our hands on it. And if not, I can read. Oh my God. If not, I should read my speech like on an episode. Oh my God.
But you have to do it kind of like Maya Angelou delivering like a poem. I want a performance.
Yeah, it's more or less a haiku. So yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. Sure. No, when Chris and I got married, we forgot to tell someone to record our vows because it was just sort of we eloped, and then we had a wedding reception, and we saved our vows for the wedding reception so that everyone would feel like they were part of the elopement. And I just didn't think to tell anyone, and I talked to everyone, and they were sort of like, oh yeah, like I was too in the moment to take a video, which is like great. Right. But then like almost a year later, I was talking to my friend. She was like, I was just watching the video of your vows on my phone the other day. And I was like, send it to me.
Yeah. What?
Send it. She was like, it just came up on my phone like for the 1 year anniversary, and I was watching it. And it was so sweet. And I was like, send it to me. So someone took a video of you doing that. You just need to sort of talk to the right person.
I know the bride created like a shared folder to drop videos and images in. So I'm wondering how far and wide she sent that. But yeah, when I get a hold of it, I'll send it to you and whoever else wants to see me speak in all my sweaty glory.
If anyone wants to see Jesse do public speaking,
Yeah, yeah. I was enunciating, which was huge for me because, as you know, I love to talk quick and low.
Yeah.
So I think everyone could hear. Well, that's not true. I think most people. I think. Let me say this: the people that could hear me understood me.
Yeah, the girls who got it got it. And
Exactly. Exactly. So all in all, great past few weeks.
Yeah, it's been so
I am
weird.
tired.
Not. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm exhausted, especially because
we're
I am,
tired.
as I previously mentioned, working again. Um,
Yes.
yeah. So, but it's I keep being like, oh, why am I so tired? I'm like, oh, I'm just not used to working 50 hours a week anymore.
Yeah,
I'm just not
girl.
used to it.
You're driving a
Um,
lot too.
I'm driving to Santa Clarita every day, which is not fun. Because
No.
I'm not a driver. I'm like a passenger, but I
And
can't make.
yet you drive so much.
I
So that's
don't.
probably why.
I don't normally,
Yeah. Well,
unless I have
right
to.
now you do. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm thankfully not like, and on the movie I was like driving around LA and like doing all that shit, and this is like I go to work and I come home. Like I'm not driving during the day that much, so that's at
yeah.
least
Are
good.
you
But
sitting in traffic a lot though?
no, it's generally a reverse commute.
Okay.
So when everyone's driving into LA, I'm driving to Santa Clarita, and
Love
when
that.
everyone's driving out of LA, I'm driving to LA. So
Love that.
it's not bad.
Great.
It's just like miles wise. My car is very like
Yeah.
I don't do this. I'm like I sit in the
Yeah.
garage most of the
That's,
time, and I'm like fair. But
yeah, that's a
yeah,
lot.
no. So I think this is the longest we've ever gone without recording.
I think so too. Well,
Two
yeah, a couple
weeks.
weeks. I think
Yeah.
we've done that before.
I think we've done a week. But I don't think we've ever done 2 full weekends off. So that's a
Didn't
new
we
journey for us.
do? I feel like when I went home, I feel like in June, was it in June maybe?
No, because we
Or
recorded Texas Chainsaw Massacre from your home and my
yeah,
home.
we did. That's
Yeah.
right. We did do that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're
Oh
we're
my
girls on the
God.
go. This is a traveling podcast. I like how
True.
we are currently a half mile away from each other, but we're recording remotely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Because I wanted to try out my new microphone, and I also kind of didn't feel like walking down the hill. Let's be real.
that's fair. That's fair. It
Um,
is. I will say it's fall. I think we've reached fall in LA. So
yes,
temperature wise, it's been cooler.
which
It
means
feels
it's
great.
68 degrees right now on its way to 75. So fall in LA.
Love it. Love it.
Should we get started on our the meat and the potatoes of our podcast?
You know I love meat and potatoes, and you know I would love to get started.
Yes. So we are now in our second of 4 Halloween timelines.
Yeah.
So here we are. And that's not including Halloween 3.
There's so many timelines. I just don't understand. I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Like,
So last year we covered Halloween 1978 as well as the David Gordon Greeniverse. This year we are in the Curse of the Thorn trilogy, which does not become evident until Halloween 6. So that's spoilers. Curse of the Thorn.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? Not to get ahead of ourselves, but the Curse of the Thorn, is that the official title of the timeline?
I think so. It's used enough online that I feel like it's official. I don't know. There's no. This isn't David Gordon Green where he like came in and like was the auteur behind the 3 movies. Like this is just like 4 random people, 4 different directors, a bunch of different writers, one producer, Mustafa Akkad, sort of coming together to make like, let's see how much money we can make from Michael Myers. Which honestly smart. If I owned Michael Myers, I would see how much money I can make from him.
I mean, yeah. America, fuck yeah. Curse of the Thorn.
Well, we're talking about Halloween 2 today, which is like not thorny. Not thorny at all. But I'm gonna log line us in.
Please do.
In a continuation of the Nights of 1978, Laurie Strode is taken to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, where she is pursued by Michael Myers, who may or may not be her brother, depending on the timeline you're in.
Great.
That was way better than anything Google AI could come up with.
That was great. Did
Google's
you just come up with that off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was great, Stuart.
I'm
wow.
I'm so smart.
Okay, well, let's just say please just say
not go
thank
crazy.
you.
Yeah. So yeah, we have Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, Donald Pleasance returning as Dr. Sam Loomis, Charles Cyphers returning as Sheriff Lee Brackett, Dick Warlock, which is an incredible name, playing Michael Myers.
It's so good. Is that real? Is that a real name?
I think so. I hope so. I hope
Penis
he's not lying
Warlock.
To me.
Respectfully.
Penis Warlock,
Sorry,
which was my nickname in college. We have Lance Guest as Jimmy and Pamela Shoop as Nurse Karen Bailey. This movie, have you seen this movie before?
I have seen this movie before. I've seen this movie a few times. I realized watching it this time, I saw it at a very young age. It might have been one of the first R-rated movies I'd ever experienced.
Pre-Halloween.
Yeah, and I think we'll get into it, but the sex scene in the hot tub was like kind of defining for me.
Titillating.
Like I was like, watching it this time, I was like, oh, I remember feeling some sort of way about this.
Yeah, you were
Titties.
like, that's why I want to have sex in a hot tub.
Yes. Yeah, a very hot tub.
Yeah, this movie, it's interesting because it came out 3 years after the original Halloween. Right. It is part of some sort of contractual thing where John Carpenter was able to get a couple picture deal in order in exchange for producing and writing this movie. He has said that he was drunk the whole time he was writing it.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. He sort of stole the sibling twist from Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
or he stole the sibling twist. Yeah, because you find out that Darth Vader is Luke's father, you find out here that Michael Myers is Laurie Strode's brother. So it is like it is one of the better Halloween sequels. Just in the fact that it looks good, it's well acted. You have Jamie Lee Curtis in a very questionable wig the whole time.
Yeah,
but it's also very.
Oh, go ahead.
It's also very, in a lot of ways, Giallo inspired.
The lighting, the single, well, not single location, but the cinematography is inspired, and I also think it's exciting that I think of the sequels outside of the David Gordon Green movies, this has fingerprints of John Carpenter.
Yes.
Right? Like he's in the music, he co-wrote the script, so it was exciting for me to be like, oh, like even though he's not in the director's chair, like he's still involved heavily, which was exciting.
Well, and the score in this movie fucks. It's great. I walk around listening to this score all the time. Because it's so good. It's like it makes me feel fall. It's very like the synth and the dun, 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 dun. It's just so good. If you look at the soundtrack online, it has like 7 alternate versions of the Halloween suite. So sometimes I'll just listen to all of those.
Were some of them recorded like later? Like
I think it was just all recorded for the movie, and then a lot of it wasn't used because he records. He writes and records so much that he doesn't actually use for like movies and stuff, which is why he has all those like Lost Themes albums.
I love him so much.
I know he is such a prolific composer, and then just like also a guy who directs.
He seems like a cool guy. He's just like, let's hang out, make music, play video games, like.
Smoke weed.
I'm still
get drunk.
Smoke weed. I'm still waiting for his Dead Space movie, which he's gone on record to say he'd love to make. So if a major studio is listening, please throw all the money at John Carpenter to make a Dead Space movie.
Yes,
please.
Because we need it. We need it. Very bad.
We need it. Yes.
Yeah. So we start the same night. We start with footage of the first movie. Some of this footage is actually not from the first movie.
Okay.
So there's scenes where like the scene of Laurie talking to Tommy and Kyle Richards is from the first movie, where she's like, go down to the McKenzies and do all this stuff. But then when Michael gets shot and then shot off the balcony, it's new footage. Because he ends up falling off a balcony off a different room. Yeah. It's like it's a different balcony. I think it's the same house, but I think it's a different balcony. I think he falls into the backyard in the original version. He falls into the front yard in this version. Which I'm not sure why they changed that. but they really wanted to do some different things.
Yeah, retconning which balcony he falls off of is certainly a choice.
I mean, it could have just been like a difference in the house or something like that, where they knew they had to reshoot it. And I mean, it doesn't. This is also back when it didn't matter, where it was just like
on a soundstage.
It was a real house, but
yeah.
This movie didn't cost enough to build a house on a soundstage.
Yeah.
But Donald Pleasance, he looks so much older in this movie.
Do you think so? I was just thinking about how he doesn't like, because I mean, we watched, spoiler alert, Halloween 4 as well, to talk about later, but he looks the same age in that. And I was like, I don't think he just, I think wearing the trench coat and like the manic energy,
it does the trick for you.
It just makes him, the trick. It just makes him seem like
youthful.
Always youthful. Wow.
Not youthful.
Always old. Always
old, but in the same kind of way.
Yes, exactly. Yep. So anyway, so you're saying in 2 years he's aged a lot.
I think so. Yes. It looks like he drank a bunch of years off his life. He was a prolific drinker too.
That tracks for the character, I think.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
And then we get the iconic line where he's like running outside. And he's like, "I shot him 6 times and he went away." And then the neighbor goes, "I've been trick or treated to death tonight." And he goes, "You don't know what death is."
Yeah. And then no one says that. He just walks away. It's kind of like
what do you
hilarious. It is hilarious and also fucking awesome because as he walks away, the score starts to play and then the intro title card hits and it's like,
so good.
Let's fucking go. Yeah.
No.
And then it's like, you know what? He's right.
This, you don't know what death is.
You don't know what death is.
Some people, the girls who get it, and the girls who don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the soundtrack of this movie is so good.
Yes.
Really just like beautiful. Love of the synth. We get back into the movie with sort of a Halloween 1S tracking shot of him sort of going into this woman's house, and then stealing her knife while she's making a ham sandwich.
Michael,
yeah.
Yes.
And then leaving a little blood behind.
This is so I should say Halloween 2018. It really lifts a lot. Halloween 2018 lifts a lot. Halloween Kills, they both lift a lot
from this movie.
I was like, holy shit, like they really just sort of, I don't want to say regurgitated, but like, down to fucking that's the night going in and stealing the knife. Like I'm like, wow, okay, sure.
Well, and you'll sort of see because you hadn't watched 4 or 5 or 6 yet before we were covering this podcast.
You know what's funny is watching 4, I think I had seen bits and pieces, but I mean, as an adult, I never sat down and like watched it all the way through. But I did recognize the ending, and I did recognize the actress, the little girl.
Yeah, Danielle Harris.
She's so good. She's great.
But
I'm excited to talk about that.
Yeah.
So anyway, Michael steals a knife.
I wrote, Dr. Loomis is running around with a gun screaming, "I shot him and we really need gun control." Like, this guy should not have a gun. He shouldn't.
Did he lie?
I did shoot him, but you shouldn't have, maybe.
You shouldn't have.
Gun or control. Shot him better. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we get after Michael steals the knife, we get a neighbor hearing the scream of the ham woman, and she's just like, she's on the phone and she's like, "That woman is a nag," and like, I feel like her husband finally started beating her.
Yes. You know what I noticed about oh my god, you know what I noticed about this movie, kind of that the other the movies going forward sort of don't manage to do is they feature shots of Michael in the background without any music. So there's not a lot of like, it's very like Strangers-esque.
Yeah.
So like,
and it's a little bit, and the later movies, because all they have from John Carpenter is the original theme, they use it so much.
Yeah. I think,
but this one does a good job of like, it uses it very tastefully.
Yeah, it's sort of like kind of leans on, not leans on, but allows you, the audience member, to sort of have your own reaction. Whereas like when
Yes.
if and when the music comes in, that's the movie sort of telling you, okay, get scared. Whereas like, you know what I mean? This one is like, get scared on your own terms.
Well, and it lets you be like, did I see that?
Right.
And the first one does that too, where it is really like Michael's in the background. Do I see that, or is it like a car? Is it just like some random white thing? And it is
out of
like
focus.
Because I grew up watching these movies on VHS. It becomes a little bit more obvious as we move towards our 4Ks of just like, there's Michael. There's Michael. But like when I was watching on VHS with like I was like, is that Michael, or is it just like the VHS being funky?
That's scary. That's really scary. That's so scary.
So yeah, so this woman is on the phone with her friend, and she's like, did you hear like there's a killer on the loose in Haddonfield? And she's like, that's so scary. And then Michael kills her.
That's so scary.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. So me.
Very you coded.
Very me.
They take, so this is sort of Halloween Kills vibes, or I guess Halloween Kills is this vibes, because Laurie spends the entire movie in the hospital.
I know, it's so Halloween Kills. Like I will say though, this movie is very good at chronicling what it feels like to be taken from an ambulance to the hospital.
Elaborate.
There's so much, not so much, but we follow Laurie from taken from the Myers house to the ambulance. Then like she's inside the ambulance, and then we follow her in kind of one shot, like taken from the ambulance to the hospital.
Yeah.
And gotta say, as someone who has been in an ambulance and gone from the ambulance to the hospital, accurate.
They had a really good representation of your experience.
This was a great. If you need to see on screen being what it feels like to be taken from an ambulance, don't watch The Pit. Actually, do watch The Pit. The Pit's really great.
The Pit's really good.
Not to tangent, but I just finally watched it. It's so.
So you finally finished The Nick and then went on to The Pit.
I finished The Nick, and I don't worry. I haven't stopped recommending The Nick to people, but
I was worried.
But The Pit is so fucking good.
It's so good.
I could not get enough of it. But gotta say, this movie is better at representing ambulance culture. So,
ambulance culture. Yeah. I have actually never been. Oh no, I have been in an ambulance, but I don't remember being in an ambulance.
Okay.
Yeah, alcohol poisoning.
Oh no.
My 20s were rough. But here I am, someone who hasn't been in an ambulance in 10 years. So
that's great.
10 years ambulance sober.
10 years ambulance free.
Yeah, not alcohol sober, but ambulance sober. I'm doing okay.
Good.
So Jamie Lee Curtis had cut her hair before shooting this movie, and that's why she's in the worst wig known to man.
It's really not as bad as. It's not, gotta say, it's not as bad as the David Gordon Green wig.
It's worse. I'm sorry. I don't like the David Gordon Green wig, but it looks closer to real bad hair. This literally looks like they went to the store and bought a wig.
I think for me, it's yes, you're not wrong, but it's like less pronounced because for most of the movie, she's laying down in a hospital bed.
She's not like moving around.
So
but when she's like crawling on the floor, I'm like, that is a wig. That's a wig.
For most of the movie, you're not getting movement. You're not getting movement.
Yeah, because she's catatonic for most of the movie.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, she's catatonic. Yeah.
So we get a kid with a razor in his mouth going into the hospital.
Yeah.
which is an urban legend that has never been proven correct.
I really appreciated though that was part of,
It
because
was
at first I was like,
gross.
does he have a nosebleed? And then I was like, oh, that's fun that they sort of tossed in like a trope, a Halloween trope. I
Yeah.
thought that was
Well,
really
in this
fun.
movie, I mean, this movie cost, I think, 10 times the cost of the original movie. It does feel a lot.
Shit.
I think a lot of that was salaries, but it does feel
Yeah.
a lot bigger.
Yeah.
It's very much like, okay, we're like, there's extras in this movie. There,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
just like people wandering down empty Pasadena streets. It's people wandering around slightly fuller Pasadena streets.
They seemingly rented out a hospital.
Yeah.
They're
I
in
think
a full hospital.
I think it was Pasadena. I think they were in Pasadena.
God,
So
thank God for Pasadena. You know,
thank God for like normalize that, wake that up.
Pasadena's legacy is the Halloween
It's the
franchise.
Halloween movies, and rich people,
Yeah,
rich people, and Halloween.
ain't that true?
So
Can I nitpick one thing in this? So Michael,
you nitpick? I can't imagine.
I know that this is maybe only one of the nitpicks I have with the movie. Michael, we see him in the streets, and he makes his way to the hospital via riding in the back seat of like one of the hospital workers. She's a nurse. We see Michael
Wait, does he
walking
do that?
through the street. Yes, he does that. Walking through the street, and we see he walks by the nurse's car, like she's driving past him, and then like the next scene, we see her arrive at the hospital, get out of the car, and then we see a shot of Michael in the back seat. So I was just like,
I didn't even notice that.
Like,
because
how did he get
there's also a shot
there?
of him. This is a little. Let me pull up my notes.
Oh yeah, sorry. I skipped.
You jumped
maybe.
very far ahead. Not very far ahead.
No,
but he's going down. He's downtown Pasadena.
He's made his way downtown.
Making his way downtown, and then someone walks by with a boombox, and the radio is like, Laurie Strode is at Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, which was like HIPAA, found dead in a ditch. And then he walks towards a sign that says Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, and he just walks by it. So I've always just been like, he just walks to the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as she pulls up, she gets out of the car, and then Michael we see in the rearview mirror. Or the side view, he's like in the back seat, and I'm like, how did that happen? But
he's a sneaky little bugger.
True, I should not have skipped ahead of this part. Loomis fucking is on the prowl, like you said. He's in the streets with his goddamn gun, waving it around, and he shoots a person he thinks is Michael.
He doesn't shoot him.
No, you're right. He doesn't shoot him.
He waves his gun at someone, and
yes.
We're also let me.
This is
so they're driving around looking for him in Brackett. Okay, so here's another like a little nitpick thing in the TV reporting in the beginning. They say 3 teens died, and then after this scene, he's told on the radio that 3 teens died. But so they're driving around looking for Michael. They find someone in the Michael Myers mask. And then Loomis gets out, starts to wave his gun at the person. The person walks away, gets hit by a police car into a van, which explodes.
It's wild. It's like
it's crazy
at its finest.
Yes, it's just like they were like, okay, we have exploding van money, so we're gonna explode a van.
Yeah, and they also needed to like char this fucking body so that it could not be identified, and people would just assume that it's Michael.
So there's a little bit of like, is this what's happening?
Is
the doll dead? Is Michael Myers the doll dead?
It's like truly an incredible sequence, though, because this
so
explosion
good.
Is so improbable,
and the music is just like
so unserious.
They're having so much fun with this movie that I don't think John Carpenter likes this movie that much.
I don't think so. I would imagine that's true.
And I also there's rumors that he directed some of it too, which is because Rick Rosenthal directed this, who then directed Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah.
And there's some rumors that John Carpenter did some uncredited reshoots.
Interesting. I think Rosenthal also shot H2O, right?
No, that was Stephen Miner, who directed Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3. Sorry. There's a lot of information in my brain. I know too much. We have the nurses joking about how drunk the doctor is. That's going to take care of Lori. They put her to sleep, which she does not want them to do. She's very much like, no, I want to be awake. And they're like, no.
The doctor's like, get me a coffee. And the nurse is like, sure. Yeah. No. But the drunk doctor, there's a POV shot of a terrifying POV shot of Jamie Lee Curtis being like, please don't inject me. And then they're all like, it's really effective in that, like, they should not have fucking injected her because she said, don't inject me. She's looking up and they're all, the nurses, the drunk doctor, they're all standing over her and they're like, no, it's going to be fine. Don't worry. Just shh. Yeah, as they're pumping her full of, I don't know, whatever.
Drugs.
Yeah. But we don't see this doctor again, do we?
We do it briefly and then we see him later. R.I.P.
We see him later. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So we're back to Brackett. And him and Dr. Loomis on like their weird buddy cop journey, and someone radios Brackett and is like, your daughter's dead. And so they rush over to the Lindsay Wallace's house, which is where all those victims were.
Right.
So this is where I get confused. The only thing I think the remake does well, the 2007 remake, is having the everyone go hang out at the Michael Myers house.
Wait, the 2007 remake?
Yeah. So like all the
Rob Zombie one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like in that movie, you haven't seen it?
No.
It's not good. But all the teens hang out at Michael Myers' old house, which is like abandoned. So because I keep being like, where are they? And I'm like, oh, they're at Lindsay Wallace. They're at little Kyle Richards' house.
Yeah.
But so Lori wakes up and we meet Jimmy, the cutest paramedic ever.
These paramedics are so hot.
Yeah.
Not in like a
Jimmy
muscly
and Bud,
way.
Right?
Jimmy and Bud.
Yeah.
They're both like shaggy brown hair. Bud is like an older version of Jimmy.
Yes.
And Jimmy's
like they don't really clarify how old Jimmy is. He's like, oh, she goes to school with my younger brother.
Yeah, and yet he's like pining over Jamie Lee Curtis.
I mean, I get it. She's beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she's beautiful. Even in that wig.
Yeah. Especially with that wig. He has a wig fetish.
He does. Yes.
He's like, can I take it off? And she's like, no, it's my real hair. He's like, that's a wig.
He's like, that's not true.
And then we get Brackett seeing Annie being pulled out of the house on the stretcher. So this is also I'm not going to break this movie logically apart all the time, but Jimmy and Bud are now over taking Annie's body out of the house. The paramedics. So there's a lot of like, as much as Michael apparates in this movie, Jimmy and Bud are also apparate. I think they probably I think some of this was edited in a different order to build suspense. So I think maybe that scene was supposed to happen earlier in the movie and then it just got confused or something like that.
You're saying that they're just kind of like everywhere in this town.
They're everything everywhere all at once.
You know what? This town, small town. Jimmy and Bud might be like two of a handful of
they might be the only ones. They're the only sober ones. They're the only ones who are able to. Well, actually, Bud's on weed. But
Bud's question.
Yeah, Jimmy's the only one who can drive, and Bud can just like lift dead bodies.
Bud is there for vibes.
Yes, he's the vibes hire, which is, as someone who's frequently a vibes hire, I appreciate his contribution to society.
Can you imagine being a paramedic and being a personality hire? Like, what a fucking nightmare.
I don't feel like there are a lot of personality hires in the paramedic field.
You're like being rushed to the hospital and there's just a guy there that's like, yo, dude, you're going to be okay. Like, don't worry.
Don't worry
it's like
about
he's
it.
not doing anything other than like
his entire lower half of his body is missing. You're like, you're going to be fine.
You know what, though? I kind of would appreciate that. If someone's like talking to me and saying like, it's going to be okay, I would be like, thank you for
It's comforting. You want to be comforted. You want to be lied to.
So you know what? I'm a proponent of paramedic personality hires. Yeah.
Buds across the country.
Yes.
The footage of Brackett, of Annie being pulled out of the house and Brackett seeing her is actually used in Halloween Kills.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's, even though the movie's not canon, that would have happened no matter what.
Right.
So it's like they're because Brackett, I will remind everyone, is 1,000-year-old security guard in Halloween Kills. Because our retirement system is broken in this country. But they like flash quickly to remind you, like, he used to be the sheriff and his daughter died.
Yes.
And they're like the footage of him discovering his daughter's body on a stretcher. And we lose Brackett for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, he's really not in it.
And then he's like immediately replaced by Deputy Hunt.
Yes.
Which happens a few times in this franchise where they clearly planned on a character being in the movie longer, and then money or availability prevented that from happening. Because I think in the script they just crossed off Brackett and wrote Hunt for the rest of the movie.
Oh my God. And they were just like, no one's going to ask any questions.
Yeah, no, like this is just a new character. Right. He's Deputy Hunt, but he doesn't have any personality traits.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. He's a deputy. Don't worry about it.
He's a deputy. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Classic deputy.
Classic deputy. Don't worry about it. It's funny. I wonder if I doubt the general public is like clued into, like, there are so many facets of making a movie, like script changes, budget changes.
Yeah.
Like sometimes things just like happen, like, and you have to come up with like a quick plan to like
on the go solutions.
Yeah. And those often, like, not often, but like translate on screen. So I should be more considerate about my nitpicks, because like those nitpicks might be the product of like an on the go solution that the cast and crew just didn't have a chance to like really work out. You know,
I don't think you have to be kind to movies. It says the person, I am the kindest to movies.
You're forgiving. You're very forgiving.
But like, I understand criticism and I appreciate criticism. And also, like, I'm making up this Brackett thing. This could have always been the plan that he leaves halfway through the movie. I'm just saying, from Deputy Hunt's characterization, it could have just been Brackett the rest of the movie. And
it is interesting to think about, though. You know.
So, but then also it is like, they make the movie. Like, once the movie's made, we are supposed to take it at face value. So like, I really appreciate behind the scenes considerations as someone who works in movies and TV shows and sort of sees the day-to-day of like, oh, that person called out sick and they sort of figured they could write them out of that scene because they weren't that important in that scene, but they were originally supposed to be in that scene. So it is like, I think of that stuff almost as sort of a second nature, just because of how much I've been working in the film industry for 12 years. So it is like, I've just seen enough. And I know later in this franchise, there are examples of they just introduce a character halfway through a movie and kill a character halfway through the movie that was originally supposed to be over the same character because the availability was different.
Is there a director's commentary available for this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I own all the Scream Factories of these movies, which is so if you ever want to borrow, they're fresh up the hill. I only have 2 and 3 on Blu-ray though, not 4K, because I couldn't bring myself to replace them, because I just bought the Scream Factory Blu-rays, and then like a year later they came out with the 4Ks, and I was like, what?
Bastards.
No, rude.
Bastards. They've got to be. You know what? I would maybe for the holidays they're on sale.
I think the Scream Factory sale, I think this is actually gonna be the first time in a while I'm employed during a Scream Factory sale. I think it happens every October. So let's celebrate that. Huge win for the 4K community.
So wait a minute. So you need Halloween 3 on 4K? No, you need Halloween
2 and 3 are the ones I don't have. But I will say I don't need them. I think we discussed recently where it's like, if it's the same 4K restoration on Blu-ray as it is on 4K, I kind of can accept just 1K.
Sure.
Because the restoration is the thing that cleans it up. And speaking of 4K restorations, I did just get my Nightmare on Elm Street collection in 4K, and those movies look gorgeous. I've actually only watched it's all of them. I've only watched 3 so far. And part of me thinks that 1 and 3 are the ones that they're going to have paid the most attention to restoring because they're the most popular.
Yeah,
and maybe New Nightmare. But I'm curious to watch the rest. I love delving into a 4K.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, but we have Dr. Loomis and the new deputy, who is Sheriff Brackett, essentially, are having this really in-depth conversation about the events of the night with a reporter in the middle of the frame listening to them and just like collecting the tea. And then she's the one who reports on like Annie's dead.
Right.
Lori's gone to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. So she has a direct source because Michael Myers, psychiatrist, and the deputy in charge are currently just talking out loud in front of her. And it's like a shot where it's like they're talking here and then she's here and she's like,
Loomis has like no time to like worry about like his surroundings,
no,
or like what's like other than like is Michael Myers nearby?
Well, because he knows what death is.
Yeah, he knows what evil is.
It is also funny because he's a little off kilter in the first movie, like not. I mean, especially in comparison to where we get 4, 5, 6. Right. But so he's a little off kilter. October 31st, 1978, and then November 1st, 1978. He's insane. He is
wild.
Something about shooting his patient 7 times off a balcony which it would drive me crazy too. But it is like the fact that in the same night he goes from being like a little kooky to like in this movie he's running around gun pulled just like ding, 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 ding.
I guess like he is technically he's been up all night.
Yeah.
You know, and gotta say, without a night's sleep, I'm wacky.
You're pulling your gun too.
I'm pulling my gun. I'm saying evil is out here.
Yeah.
And I'm in the street and people are like, you need to get to bed. And
I keep wanting to say Evil Dies Tonight, but that's a different movie. So.
It's applicable here.
Yeah. I mean, Evil Dying Tonight. Well, and then we're ahead, but they go to the Michael Myers house and everyone's like throwing shit at it.
I love that scene.
And the deputy's like, what is happening? And Loomis is like, one of their own has died tonight. This is a wake. I'm like, calm down, you fucking crazy. He Dramatic. Is so crazy.
This is awake. It's like not everything needs to be like romanticized.
Yeah, it's not drama.
Yet he's not totally wrong.
Like Charlie XCX said, everything is romantic.
Yeah. She definitely was referencing
she said it.
That
she
movie,
was talking about Halloween.
She was talking about Halloween too. Yep.
Yeah. So we go back to the hospital. The security guard isn't paying attention, so Michael just walks by. Jimmy keeps like getting kicked out of Laurie's hospital room by the nurse in charge, and she's like, "Go away! You're being weird.
You're being weird." Gotta say. Shout out like woman of color character. I was like very pleased,
and she's like in charge. She's also
in charge.
She's not the last nurse standing. She's one of the last nurses standing.
She's one of the last. She has agency. Yeah. She is comforting in her aura.
Sober. Which immediately puts her ahead of Dr. Mixter.
She's definitely the best nurse at this hospital.
Yeah. And maybe the best nurse ever.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
proud of her.
That, but
I'm proud of her.
I'm proud of her. I'm not sure about that, but I'm proud of her. Yeah, for sure.
They can't find Laurie's parents, who were at the same party as Dr. Mixter.
Yeah,
but also the phones are down, which is not weird.
Did we get a scene of Michael like taking out the phones, or are we just supposed to like?
I think we're just supposed to assume.
Got it.
Okay. But so the security guard goes to look into the phones because he's like, we should have phones, right? Like that's a good thing. Right. He gets attacked by a cat that jumps out of a dumpster. He goes into a storeroom and thinks someone broke in. He has a nurse back in the hospital who is like on walkie, and she's like, I don't know how to use this, and he's like, you'll figure it out, and then she just can't figure out how to use it.
She can't figure it out.
But so he gets a hammer to the top of his head.
Yikes.
He gets hammered, just like Dr. Mixter.
Has some brutal kills.
The kills in this movie are so... And it's because like this comes out after the first Friday the 13th. This comes out after all these movies that sort of were inspired by Halloween. But then this movie, even though it takes place in the same night, really has to up its gore game because that's what the audience expects now.
Right. Right. Yeah, this is a nasty
And
movie.
I think in comparison to a lot of the ripoffs, the gore in here is pretty artful.
Yeah, it's definitely
it looks good.
Thought through.
Yeah.
It's definitely thought through. It looks good. It really proves that Michael is evil.
Yes. And evil
As
dies
Dr.
tonight.
As Dr. Loomis said, you don't know death until
you see Michael Myers diva.
Until you've seen Michael Myers diva in the streets.
Yes.
Drowning nurses.
Michael Myers in the streets. Dr. Loomis in the sheets.
Mm-hmm.
So they're at
security guard dead.
Security guard dead in a ditch. We go back to the people destroying the Myers house.
Yes.
Ben Tramer, who is Laurie's crush from the first movie, his friends run up and are like, he never came home. He was wearing like this weird mask. And we're worried about him.
He's in Halloween Kills, right? Or there's a reference to him in Halloween Kills.
They reference him, yeah. But he is dead. He's the person in the Michael Myers mask they hit. It's R.I.P. Ben Tramer. But at least she has Jimmy, the hot paramedic, so she's recovering.
She's good.
She's thriving.
Curly-haired king who's maybe in his early 20s.
Yeah, I think I would pin him at like 21. I'm not going to do an age range discourse on Laurie Strode and Jimmy.
Laurie's 17 in this?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
So Nurse Karen receives a page and goes to a bed and finds Bud, who gives her a forced kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she likes it, so they go take a bath together.
Yeah.
Are they dating? I couldn't figure this out.
I don't know. Bud is very overtly sexual, and he says things that are kind of like there's one point where he's like that. He calls a nurse a moron or something. And I wrote this down because one of the nurses, he and Jimmy are sitting in the break room, and one of the nurses leaves, and he says, "Amazing Grace, come sit on my face. Don't make me cry. I need your pie."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've never heard vagina referred to as pie before, or as pie ass.
The Dua Lipa Megan Thee Stallion song, "Sweet as Pie." That's about
pie. So pie is vagina.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Jesse just writes down pie equals vagina.
Making
question
a note
mark
now.
exclamation point
3.14
equals vagina. Yeah, it's not the food. It's the mathematical.
It's the number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Great. Jimmy, thank you Bud, thank you for the.
This was insight. An educational movie. Yeah.
And like you said, we move then into our our only sex scene in the movie, right?
Yeah, it's actually a franchise. There's not a lot of full sex scenes, but there's boobs, there's a hot tub,
there's ass, there's male ass,
there's male ass. I don't think anyone's accusing Bud of being a boy.
He's so hot.
But you've never seen Halloween 3, right? We've discussed this.
I've never seen Halloween 3. Yeah.
So Tom Atkins is the lead, and he's like a hot daddy. And he full Tom Atkins ass. Because after I watched this, I immediately watched Halloween 3. Because why not?
You mean like yesterday or recently?
Yeah, no, like that. I watched Halloween 2, and then I was like, well, I have to watch Halloween 3. And they're not related, but I was like, well, I just have to keep going. I can't let myself not do this.
Yeah, you treat yourself.
Yeah. So we get probably one of the most iconic deaths of this franchise, which is in the background. Bud gets out to go check on the temperature of the hot tub because Michael has turned it up too hot. He gets strangled in the background. Michael comes up and puts his hand on Nurse Karen, which cannot be washed.
No, but he starts to massage her,
and she bites it and puts it in her mouth, and I'm like, that tastes like dead dog.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she's just blinded by horniness, but her back is to Michael, so she
wants those fingers inside of her, no matter how she can get them.
Well, Bud does say can't wait to finger you.
Yeah, which honestly,
effectively
king.
Anyway, so Michael's giving her a full massage, and she's like, "I love it."
And then she turns around and is like, "Ooh, you're not the person I thought this was."
And then and then at this point, the hot tub is so hot. She's out of the hot, or is she in the hot tub?
She is out. She's like sitting next to it, but she's out of it because it was too hot.
It's so hot. Yeah. And then Michael like starts to fucking plunge her head underwater, and it's so hot. And like as he like periodically brings her head up, her face is like peeling off from the temperature.
And it's like, this is gnarly because she's fully naked. It's like this, especially in comparison to Halloween 1, which is a very like slowly strangled, stabbed in the stomach. Like there's some nudity in that movie, but it's not always fully related to. It's not this aggressive.
It's not brutal.
I guess. It's not brutal. One of Laurie's friends gets murdered with her top off.
Yeah, but this is thought out.
Yeah, this is a brutality that he's not really. He's a little bit more surgical in the first movie, where he's just sort of doing what he needs to do. But he feels like he's having a little bit more fun.
He's creative. Yeah, this is a nasty movie.
A creative king.
Yes.
Yeah,
but there's something about like death by hot water that is just like so off. That I mean, as if there would be a world where I would like love that, but like that's just like such
that's not how you want to go. No.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely
not. And she
dies.
So, Bud and Karen are now dead. Laurie has a dream of her mother telling her, "I'm not your mother." And then another dream of her visiting what is definitely young Michael Myers in a hospital.
Yeah.
And then and also while this is sort of giallo-y, while she's having these dreams, we see just blood dripping without any context, which is really creepy.
Very red blood.
Yes. The color of the blood in this movie is the most giallo thing about it.
I was going to say very red giallo blood.
And now we get Dr. Loomis, and Deputy Hunt go to an elementary school because there's been a reported break-in. And so like, well, we got to go to this elementary school. And they find a hand-drawn like kid picture of a family with a knife through the daughter. And then
yes, they do.
And then Sam Hain is written in blood, although I guess it's pronounced Samhain. It's not pronounced Sam Hain.
Wait a minute. I guess we'll get into like what that means.
It's a Celtic term sort of for Halloween, I think.
Yes. Loomis says like he explains it, but for me, it implied that like Michael was like a scholar.
He's well read.
I was like, oh,
yeah. Okay. So it's the pursuit of making more movies in this franchise always results in demystifying Michael and trying to find a way to explain why unexplainable violence happens. And so like the first movie is scary because a guy breaks out of a mental institution and kills a bunch of people. Right. The second movie loses some of that because they had to be like, well, he knows what Samhain is. Like maybe he's doing a Celtic murder ritual. I'm like, I don't feel like child Michael Myers. And then they sort of, and you'll continue on as we go through 4, 5, and 6. They just try to like keep expanding on this like weird idea that Michael is a force, and he's like here to like correct things and like sacrifice, and it's just like it's too much.
Yeah, and I also think I'm just theorizing. Okay, so this was 1980. This is the early 80s, late 70s. Yes. So like cults were very much prevalent. So I wonder if like they wanted to tap into the fear of cults and the fear of, you know, people committing sins to appease a larger quote unquote deity, you know.
But it almost feels like they should have just gone with that and just had him write Satan on the bulletin board.
Or like a cross, or like an upside down cross.
We get our nurse from Halloween 1, who's also in Halloween H2O and Halloween Kills. And she comes to the elementary school, and she's and Dr. Loomis is like, I didn't even recognize you. And it was like, you saw her 2 days ago. Michael tried to kill her in your car. You should not be like, I don't recognize you. But so she goes, she's smoking like a fucking chimney. Dr. Loomis has been in the school. We used to be able to do that. back before woke culture ruined our country. But so Loomis has been ordered back to Smith's Grove by the governor of Illinois. And there is a marshal waiting outside to take him back because they've had enough of Dr. Loomis's bullshit.
Love that the state is involved. Love that the entire state is in.
The entire state is like, we got it.
We got it. We'll take it from here.
We have to get this guy off the street. He is waving his guns at people. We do not care for that.
Yeah. Yep.
So Jimmy finds Lori catatonic in her bed.
Yeah.
And they're like, we have to find Dr. Mixter. Like, this is bad. Like, she's not supposed to be catatonic. She's supposed to be atonic or whatever.
Yeah, she's eyes fully open. They're like, are you pupils dilated? What's going on, Deepa? And she's not responsive.
We have Nurse Janet. She goes to find Dr. Mixter, who is dead with a needle in his eye. And I'm not...
Which might have done himself because he was wasted.
Too drunk.
So who knows? Yeah. The death occurred off camera. So for all we know, he could have tripped in his drunken stupor and fell on a needle and then stumbled back into a chair.
I don't think we're led to believe that.
I'm gonna
you're going to write it down as a maybe.
I'm going to write it down as a sure.
And then Nurse Janet gets killed with a needle full of air to her temple.
R.I.P.
Which is sad.
This is so wild to me that like air in a syringe could kill you. You know?
Yeah, that's why I never put syringes full of air into my...
Stop. I'm gonna stop you right
No
there.
matter how many times the kids tell me it's cool, I won't do it because peer pressure doesn't work on me because I have no peers.
Yeah, kids these days.
Yeah.
Kids these days. But yeah, R.I.P. to this nurse. Love her. A brutal death.
Yeah. Michael goes to stab Lori in her bed. He's stabbing with a scalpel.
Yeah.
I do like how this movie continues the like Michael Myers just kills with whatever's around him. He loves a big knife, but like scalpel will do.
Yep.
But thankfully for Lori, she's not catatonic anymore. And she is out of her bed, but she put pillows in her bed to make it look like she was in her bed.
So was she faking her catatonic state?
I don't think so. I think this movie just has trouble tracking what's happening.
Because I kind of like the idea that she kind of sought to fake. I don't know.
But she would have been faking it for Jimmy, which is not someone that she wanted to think that she wasn't able to move.
That's true. Yeah. Interesting. Let me think about it.
I did write here that John Carpenter put his whole Carpentissi into this soundtrack.
That's not wrong.
It's not wrong. He put his whole pie into it.
His whole pie.
Pie hole.
3.14. John Carpenter said 3.14.
Yeah. And I said, stop putting your pit in the fucking microphone.
Okay, I'm done.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm done.
I don't want to hear the sound your pits make.
Clock me out. If
you want to see Jesse's pits, the full video of our podcast is available on Patreon every week. So a $4.99 gets you full access to early episodes as well as full video, unedited. So pit content available on our Patreon now. I wouldn't have put him up to it, but he did it himself. So
screenshot
here
this.
we are. Screenshot that. I don't know how to do that, but so Jimmy goes to find Nurse Alves, who is our nurse in charge, and her all the blood is dripped from her body. Michael Myers is a medicinal person. He took all the blood out of her body. He was like, know what I don't like? That woman with blood in her body.
A lot of blood. Yeah.
A lot of blood. Enough blood that Jimmy slips on it and falls and knocks himself out.
That tracks.
Wait, now I'm writing Nurse Janet, but I think Nurse Janet already died.
Did she?
We have another nurse whose name may or may not be Janet. I accidentally wrote that she died, but now she's here. So she goes outside, finds that her tires have been slashed. And then she goes and finds Lori sort of like rolling around in the hospital with her wig just like askew.
Yeah.
and she gets
truly
stabbed.
Truly rolling around.
As I said earlier, that the hot tub death is my favorite, but this might be my favorite. So the nurse gets stabbed with a scalpel, lifted in the air, and then her little shoes fall off.
Which is a reference to the original, right?
Yes. Michael loves stab and lift. It's his classic move. Yep. If he had stabbed, lifted, and then pinned her to something, that would be like the trifecta.
Right.
But he's a stabber, he's a lifter, and he's a pinner.
SLP.
SLP.
His pronouns are
stab, lift, pin.
Maybe pronouns isn't right. Maybe he's a
his modus operandi is stab, lift, pin.
His mantra is stab, lift, pin. Yeah.
Although you're not supposed to say it because his guru gave it to him and he told you that as a secret.
That's right. Michael's guru, Dr. Loomis. Yeah.
Dr. Loomis is not really a medical doctor or a psychiatrist. He's a guru.
That kind of tracks, though. Michael's doctor, Loomis, gave him a mantra.
That's kind of stab.
I'm going to buy into that.
Pin.
I'm going to buy into that.
I like it. I do.
Yeah.
So we have Loomis is leaving town with a marshal and a nurse, and he is explaining Samhain to them. He's like, it's Celtic, it's crazy, they just kill a bunch of animals and the blood washes the earth clean and it's wonderful and bad. And then the nurse is just like, so this is really funny. There was a secret file that Michael Myers had that you didn't have any access to that tells us that his sister is Laurie.
Yeah. It's like
I should have known that.
It's like meant to be a twist. Like the parents sealed the files because
they adopted her,
right?
Which is smart. I wouldn't want my daughter knowing that she was Michael Myers' sister, or Michael Myers knowing that my daughter was his sister.
Correct.
Either, so.
They didn't want him coming after her. Yeah,
but Michael would have known he had a sister, so he would have just had to kill everyone until he found her.
I guess the files being sealed would conceal the location of Laurie. Yeah,
which is smart. Good for them.
Yeah. Good for the parents.
Good parenting.
who are nowhere to be found in this movie.
Yeah, because they're at Dr. Mixter's party at the country club. Drunk.
It's Halloween, baby.
Yeah. Dr. Loomis holds the marshal at gunpoint and then goes, what do you guys give? A warning shot? And then shoots the window out of the car. He's crazy.
He is crazy.
But so the marshal drives them to the hospital. Laurie and Jimmy are in a car. Laurie is alone hiding in a car from Michael.
Yes.
And then Jimmy comes out and gets into the driver's seat and then passes out because he hit his head when he fell on the blood floor.
Yes.
There's a lot of people just passing out at random parts of this movie.
Yeah. I think that's my other nitpick is in this part of in the I guess last third of the movie, there are things sort of happen all at once. There's a lot happening, whereas up until this point it's kind of a slow,
it's just Michael slowly killing nurses
build, which I really like. I like that the movie is set in effectively one sort of location. I mean, we're seeing Loomis all over town, but the hospital is a character in and of itself.
Well, Loomis is a gal on the go.
But I think this is, it gets sort of it gets especially slashery, not slashery, but it goes off the rails a little bit.
Yeah,
I think
it kind of, it doesn't fall apart in a bad way, but it just sort of the expectations of what a slasher movie should be in 1981 catch up with it, where I do feel the first 2/3 of this movie are very much visceral and kind of quiet killing and Laurie sort of wandering through the hospital, and then it's we have Loomis is rushing to the hospital. We have Laurie who's trapped in a car with a horn going off. Laurie can and can't walk at various points in this movie, which is kind of frustrating because she walks to the car, and then when she's leaving the car, she can't walk. She's crawling, and then she can't get Loomis's attention.
I think the first 2/3 of this movie take everything that worked about the first movie and sort of dial it up, and then the last third, I think what you said about it devolving into the slasher trope around this time is hitting the nail on the head. It's very
it also just starts to feel very
Friday the 13th.
written. where it's like, this is like Laurie can't walk because we need her to not be able to get Loomis's attention, but she could walk earlier. And Jimmy was able to get all the way out of the hospital, but then he passes out when he's sitting down because we need to hit the horn to get Michael's attention.
Right.
And so it is like the things that are happening don't actually make sense.
Right.
They just make sense in the fact that they bring the next thing that needs to happen.
Right.
Which is like, and like once we get, because now we get, Laurie gets up, she's running into the hospital, Dr. Loomis is in the hospital, Michael's chasing after her. From here on out, it's great. But like just sort of how it goes, like the 10 minutes of getting us into our places for the finale are a little like wobbly. Where it's just like, I'm not buying a lot of the decisions that are being made. And like we get the huge lore dump of Laurie is Michael's sister, and that's just to get Loomis to the hospital, and it's like not a really interesting twist. And so it's just like it's written, and
it's
like
also
that
funny to watch it like now having seen so many Halloween movies, like, and that being them being siblings is like such like a pillar of the franchise, and like now watching this movie, like, oh, they're siblings, oh
crazy.
My god, like that's crazy. Insane. It's really funny. It's
what
really,
a twist.
Really funny.
What a twist.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, where are we?
So this is where Loomis and I keep calling him Lewis. Loomis and Laurie are together. They're in the hospital. He shot Michael. Loomis tells the nurse to go to help. The marshal keeps getting too close to Michael, and Loomis keeps being like, "Don't. He's not dead. He's gonna kill you." And the marshal's like, "I don't think he's breathing. I'm gonna touch him." And then Michael stabs him and slits his throat, and then the marshal's dead. So
I'm gonna touch him.
It's interesting in these two movies how little screen time Laurie and Loomis share together.
Yep.
They essentially are together in the last like 6 minutes of each movie.
No. Yep.
They're kind of star-crossed lovers in a weird way.
They're absolutely that's absolutely true.
Father figure and daughter, I guess.
Their schedules did not align.
No. So they flee. Michael stabs Loomis, and then he hears Laurie's voice and sort of pauses for a second, and then starts chasing after her.
Yeah.
She shoots him in the eyes, which is so. This is like if you go to a Halloween store, the prevailing Michael Myers mask is the one with the blood coming down.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
And I think it's because at some point they made a lot of them, and then just are still selling them.
Yeah,
because you'll find like a limited amount of like. Rob Zombie Michael Myers mask. You'll find a limited of the David Gordon Green one, and then there's always just a wall of Halloween 2 Michael Myers mask with blood coming down.
Oh, I love that.
And so he's blinded because he got shot in the eyes. Because Laurie is a crack shot, but not good at stopping. Like she's like, I'll shoot you directly in the eyes, but I'm not going to shoot you in a part that's going to kill you.
Yeah, she's like a sharpshooter, unbeknownst to literally everyone.
A very ineffective sharpshooter.
Yeah.
So
she can't walk, but she
can't walk, but she can shoot, mama. She's like the Annie Oakley of Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
So we have Michael sort of covering his eyes, swinging his knife.
Yeah.
And then we get like a really good like.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And then at this point, Loomis starts to turn all the nozzles of the gas and oxygen in the room.
Yeah.
And then Laurie joins in. She's figuring out the tea.
Yeah.
And so Lewis, I cannot say Loomis. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Loomis,
Laurie. Loomis, stroke. Loomis.
Laurie
Stroke. And Dr. Lewis.
Yes. Laurie Stroke.
So Loomis tells her to leave. He's like, Diva, go.
Get out of here.
And then he blows himself and Michael up.
I know.
And Michael sort of walks through the fire. Really good. I love a stuntman on fire. It's like one of my favorite effects. It's so good. And he falls dead to the ground. So we have definitely lost Loomis and Michael Myers. They're never going to come back.
I was going to say, seemingly
why would they do that? That'd be crazy. The next movie is going to be about haunted masks.
That would be crazy.
And so Laurie is taken to yet another ambulance with Sandman playing in the background, which was playing at the opening of the movie as well. Kind of a weird song.
I mean,
it doesn't thematically mean. I think it's just sort of like we're in the suburbs and songs are cute.
Maybe
but it doesn't like
going back to our conversation of like working around like
they're like, well, we have this song for free, so
they were like, well, this one's kind of creepy and like Sandman is close to Boogeyman, which Michael is referred to as, so let's just go with it.
But it's also a bummer that it became such a pillar of this franchise, because it would have been really good in Nightmare on Elm Street. So
God, I bet Wes Craven was pissed when
they kind of came from Wes Craven's gig there. They're like, we feel like Wes Craven's going to come out with a Dream Demon movie soon, so we're going to steal Sandman.
We got to hop on it.
Make it improbably the best song for this movie. It works. It really like it.
Totally.
It's kind of chilling in the beginning, and it actually kind of makes you feel a little bit more relieved at the end. It's a song that can kind of mean what you want it to mean as you're progressing.
It's a nice bookend song.
Yes. And that's Halloween 2, and they never made another Halloween again because Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis were dead. And why would they do that?
We've wrapped it up.
Yes.
Nothing.
They put a pin.
Laurie's happily ever after. Laurie.
Yeah, she's going to go do her thing.
Yeah. She kind of is good until not
she
good,
is wrapped up
until the year 2018. She's wrapped it up.
No, 1998.
Oh yeah, sorry.
H2O Mama.
I thought the David Gordon Green movie did that retconned everything except for this one.
Yeah, but there's no true timeline.
Wait a second. That's true.
Yeah, no. Like you can just sort of pick, and like some years.
That's amazing. More franchises need to have a choose time.
It's your choose your own adventure. No, I mean this year I started early enough that I will probably watch most, if not all, of the Halloween movies. But I some years get behind, and then towards the end I'm like, oh shit, I have to watch a Halloween timeline. And I just pick a timeline.
You have like an internal clock. You wake up at like 3 a.m. You're like, oh my God, Halloween? I haven't watched Halloween 6 today.
Yes. But it is like, I like that you could just sort of be like, well, I'll just watch Halloween 3 whenever the fuck I want. I'll watch Halloween 1, 2, 7, and 8. I'll watch Halloween 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. I'll watch Halloween 1, 2018 Kills and Ends. Like there's just, I've never once been like, I gotta watch the remake, but I do.
I'm excited to watch. I'm really excited to watch Halloween 3. Gotta say,
I'm really excited to next week watch Halloween 4.
Me too.
Michael Myers returns. The return of Miss Diva, Michael Myers. She was caught on fire. She was gone but not forgotten.
She said, "Nothing's gonna keep me down," because not Samael. What's her mantra? Sam. What was the word?
Samhain.
Samhain, yes,
keeps me going.
Also, the fact that the idea that Michael can like spell is.
I feel like Michael can spell. I feel like of all the things that Michael does that he shouldn't be able to do, I feel like Michael should be able to spell before drive. But he can drive.
I'm gonna say sure. So I'm gonna say sure to that. He can drive and spell. Same.
Yeah. So if you wanted to catch the video of this episode, it's on our Patreon, patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod. Also, right now, if you're listening in our free feed, you can already listen to and watch our Halloween 4 version, which on our Patreon, you get a week early. Join our Patreon if you can. It's a really great way to support the pod, support the dolls. And by the dolls, I mean the gays, because we're not dolls, we're gays.
The queer community,
support. It's a great way to support the queer community as a whole, because we are two queer people and we need money.
We need money.
But either way, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week with Halloween 4. The return of Michael Myers.
Yeah, you're like revenge, return,
the curse of Michael Myers. And happy Halloween season to you all, and we'll see you soon.
Happy Halloween, guys! Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast has been presented and produced by Stuart Ross and Jesse Tevitt. Edited by Stuart Ross. All recording equipment provided by Photo Booth Productions. To support our podcast, join us at patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod.